Why would you look at the time? It's Thursday! That means we are, of course, here for another installment of Throwback Reviews, the segment on the Captivated Show where instead of reviewing a modern movie, we instead take our claw hand from the claw hand, we reach into the past and we just grab something from there. And today, since I know Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is coming out tonight, I'll be going to see it. I thought, let's review something magical, you know? Let's look at something that has to do with witches or wizards. So, Ash! Are you going to review one of the Harry Potter movies? Oh, that would make sense, wouldn't it? That would have made sense. I should have done that. Shit, and I just watched all of them again, too. No, it's not one of those. Oh, so maybe the Prestige, Christopher Nolan, a Christopher Nolan classic. It's about magicians. Ash, what about that one? But it's kind of long, and by the time I remembered I had to do this today, it was 10 o'clock at night. I didn't want to do that. So instead, we're going to talk about Kiki's Delivery Service. Ash, is that kind of repetitive since you just reviewed Totoro last week? So Kiki's Delivery Service is directed by the master of Japanimation himself, Hayao Miyazaki, and in this one we follow the story of a young witch named Kiki who's just turned 13, and in this world, when you're a young witch and you turn 13, you need to go on a year of independence, meaning you fly away from your house and you go make it somewhere else for a year, then you can come back. And Kiki, she decides, yo, I'm gonna go out there. She does. She finds a nice seaside town. She falls in love with it. She's like, awesome, let's make a new home here. And just to support herself, she decides, hey, I got this broomstick. It can carry things. It can fly me. I'm going to start my own Amazon Prime with Kiki's Delivery Service. And she delivers things on a broom, and it's cool. And Kiki's Delivery Service has always been one of my favorites from Miyazaki. I mean, it's always been one of just those wonderful and delightful movies to put on. Like, it's a rainy day, you put on Kiki, and you're just like, ah, yeah, nice. But I hadn't watched it for a few years, so I was just like, maybe I'm in store for something. Maybe it'll be a bit new since it's been a little time since my last rewatch, and my God, I forgot how much I loved this movie. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever loved Kiki's Delivery Service this much. I mean, upon last night's rewatch, it resonated with me more than it ever has before. I mean, on the one hand, everything I've loved about this movie throughout the years is still here in the form of that magical wonder that this movie has. Because this isn't one of those movies where it's like, we need to get from point A to point B. This is more one of those movies where it's like we're going on numerous adventures with our main character in the form of Kiki just delivering things across the place, you know, running into different conflicts that she has to overcome, while at the same time running into numerous slews of wonderful and memorable characters that just, it makes your heart go a-flutter. It's got that wonderful magical tone that just, it makes you smile. It's one of those Ghibli movies that you put on, you can't help but smile. The second it rolls up, just the tears start coming in your eyes. But upon my rewatch, what I also noticed is Kiki's Delivery Service, in my eyes, is the Studio Ghibli film for the working class. And when I say that, I mean, I don't think I've rewatched Kiki's Delivery Service since I've started my current retail job, and upon rewatching it again, through the entire movie, Kiki has this fantastic character development that really goes through all the stages that I've gone through at my current job. So I was sitting there relating to this young witch delivering things because she goes through these stages of she starts, she's bright-eyed, she's happy, has a smile, it's a genuine one too. She's going out to help people. She wants to help her customers. She wants them to leave going, ah yeah, she did a good job. She's out to help people. And then after a little while, she starts meeting some not so nice people, some people who maybe aren't as grateful. It kind of hurts her. She kind of goes, gets a little depressed, loses faith in humanity. The only difference between me and Kiki is eventually things kind of work out for her, whereas, I just kind of became an alcoholic. But overall, what I really do think is special about this movie is those stages. It's the fact this is a movie that I think is important for kids to watch, because whereas so many other animations are just like, do this and magic will happen and you will have a husband and all this stuff, Kiki's Delivery Service is one of the few movies for kids out there that's really just like, you're gonna have to work for a living eventually. I mean, the message here is work your butt off, work hard. It's not always gonna be easy. Sometimes it's gonna get you down, but overall, you really need to find what you love in your job or what you want to love in a job. I mean, you don't need to just sit there and go, this is what I do. You need to sit there and go, this is why I do this. It's one of those movies that I think it's smart, and I think if this resonates with kids, I don't know, maybe show it to your child and he'll grow up to be a better person than your neighbor's kid. I don't know. And on top of all that, this is also a movie that is home to some of the most memorable Ghibli characters I can think of. I mean, going from everyone Kiki meets on her journey through her deliveries and doing all this stuff in this village, these are all characters who, they'll have like small roles, but they're memorable ones. You'll think about them from time to time. You'll just be sitting there like, oh yeah, that person from Kiki's Delivery Service. Down to Kiki herself, who I've described this entire movie, I think is an incredible character. She's one that's full of heart and courage and passion, but on top of all that, she's an inspiring character. I think if I was a young little girl and saw this movie, I would be very inspired by this character. In fact, I am a grown 21-year-old man with a beard, and I am inspired by this character. Like, that says something about her. And also, she has this cat that follows her around. His name is Gigi. And I really like that cat. I mean, he's one of those guys who's just like, hey, let's play it safe. Let's do it this way. No need to go crazy. And it resonated with me. I don't think that was the point of the movie, but it resonated with me. So, in the end, Kiki's Delivery Service is still one of my favorite Ghibli movies. It's got heart, it's got charm, it's funny, it has all that stuff you've grown to love about Ghibli movies, memorable and great characters that live to make you smile and inspire you, on top of just this message that I think's important. I think you sit your kid down in front of this and say, yeah, you see her, she's working, go get a job, 5-year-old. I don't know, maybe we'll raise a good generation. Who knows? I'm just saying, if you haven't seen Kiki's Delivery Service, if you haven't seen a single Studio Ghibli movie, just do yourself a favor. Just go buy it. Just go do it. You can thank me later. With cookies, please. Kiki's Delivery Service gets an A out of 10. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching my video review for Kiki's Delivery Service. I want to hear what you think. Have you seen the movie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you going to see it? Are you going to skip it? What are your thoughts? Leave them in the comment section below because I want to hear them. And as always, guys, if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, be sure to follow me on all my social medias and join in the Cinephile on Facebook. But most importantly, from all of us here at the Captain Bite Show, you stay classy, YouTube.